Hello, it's the Reckless Retiree here, and it is September 15th, and this is the latest modification I've made to my street vac. As you can see, I am using a bicycle carrier for it hooks into your hitch, hooks into the hitch of the truck, and on the bottom I've added a couple of brackets, and I have a couple of air cylinders that I scavenged, rescued from being scrapped at a previous job. I've had them for years, many years, and so finally I came up with a reason to use them. And these are air cylinders, and right now I just have them hooked into the air compressor in the garage. And I have also this solenoid valve, which I scavenged from work, from being scrapped from a project they ended. Anyway, I got that. I've had that for many years, and I'm putting that to use, probably at the same place. Okay, so there's that. And then in addition to that, I have this Zap remote controlled 110 outlet, and we're using it for our lights in our house. Of course, nowadays you do that with Bluetooth in your iPhone, but you can get these inexpensively at Home Depot, so there you go. So anyway, now while I'm driving down the road, if I drive to the site that I'm going to vac, and I pull off like on the shoulder of the road to vac the shoulder, and I stop, then it'll be in the up position while I'm driving. That air is leaking, I need to fix that. But so the air is just being used to hold the vac up in the air while I'm transporting. And then when I get there, I kill the air, and it allows the air to drain off and the vac to drop to the ground. So that was a major accomplishment that I was able to get this working. Like I say, I'm going to have the ideally what I want to do, and maybe I won't even need this then. No, I'll still need it. Is I'm going to have the new generator. I'm going to hopefully get a new generator for my birthday. Hopefully, and one that will be Bluetooth activated. So I'll be driving. I'll get to the site. I want to vac. I'll punch the button on the phone. The generator will start. The compressor and the vacuum will be plugged into that generator, and they'll come on. And then I'll punch the button on this, and the vac will drop to the ground. And that'll all happen without me getting out of the truck. And then I'll drive 5 miles an hour down the shoulder, however long I want to do it, or until the cops show up. And then I'll hit the two buttons. Everything will shut down. It'll pop up, and then I'll be able to drive away at highway speeds. So what I have to do now to modify it is I have to add some eye bolts to the four corners of the white tote, and on the front I'm going to have cables that go to the tow bar, and that's how I'll actually pull the cart. Right now, the tote. Right now I'm pulling it with the cylinders, which of course is a serious no-no. They can't handle that at all. And then I think I'm going to have bungee cords that attach to the bike rack that will help support it while I'm driving, because right now it's only being supported by the cylinders. And again, I think all the abuse of the wind going by and the bumps on the road and such are going to tear those cylinders up and or the attachment points. Then I was thinking about having some bungee cords on the back also. So the thing is, while I'm driving, the bungee cords have to be tight, which means that I'll be working against the bungee cords to have the vacuum tote go to the ground, which probably means I have to use the down pressure side of the cylinders to force it down against the bungees, which means I'm going to need another solenoid valve to change the air pressure. I could also use they have a, oh, I don't know what they call it. We used to use it in work where it changes the direction of the air. So when it's on, it sends it to one side of the cylinder. When it's off, it sends it to the other side of the cylinder. So I'll have to buy those, and they're expensive, of course. Everything's expensive. It'll be probably $100 for that. I'm trying to cobble this together with everything I have that won't cost much, such as the cylinders, such as the bike rack, such as right now the on and off remote. And I did buy the tote. Actually, I didn't, because we ordered the tote. I had my wife order the tote, and she ordered what she thought was a package of 6 of these white totes, and it was $27. And then we only got one, and so she contacted them and said, we're supposed to get 6, so they sent another one. So then she said, well, either cancel this whole thing or give us 4 more, and so they canceled it. So we got to keep the totes, and so they ended up being free. How about that? The wheels on underside the tote are from a skateboard. I was going to originally just use the skateboard, but then it didn't fit in the tote right, so I had to take the wheels off. And anyway, I bought that for like $15 at Walmart on sale because it was beat up by kids in the store. So you can see I'm trying to hold the expenses down. I have the shop vac that we already have, nozzles we already had. I had to buy the PVC pipe for my spray, but that wasn't very expensive. But now, you know, if I really want to do it right, I need to have a new generator that's quieter and Bluetooth on and off, so I don't have to get out of the vehicle and turn it on, start it, and or at least wireless on off. I'm using the shop vac I had. I'm using the air compressor I have now. So a couple $100, maybe I can have this thing just the way I want it. I was trying to sell my trees, but the guy came and looked at them and supposedly was going to come back and do a formal marking, but who knows when that's going to happen. He's definitely not in any hurry. The only way I'm going to make him in a hurry is by being the squeaky wheel, which maybe I'll have to do. And that will give me maybe $2,000 to $3,000 to use. But in addition to that, I don't know if I mentioned this already, I have this plastic barrel, and I've cut out the openings on the 2 ends, and then I want to cut out squares in the side and put screen, either this screen here or some of this screen here. I think this screen here would be more durable. And then I want to have some wheels on the bottom of an old barbecue. I don't know if you can see that with the lighting. Anyway, I got those wheels, and I'm going to put the barrel on the wheels. Then I have to have some way of spinning it, a motor with a belt. And then I'll be able to shovel dirt into the into the barrel that's spinning and filtered the dirt very quickly. And so then there's the possibility. I've left a email for a guy who's got a business vacuuming highways, vacuuming roads, and I asked if I could have some dirt, and he hasn't responded. So I may drive up there. It's in Holland, which is a couple hours away, and maybe take another barrel up there and ask him if I could have 55 gallons of dirt. Maybe if I have the time, if I have had this made, then I could take that with me and filter the dirt there and just take the fine dirt when I leave. So anyway, there's another option. Of course, the already vacked dirt, if they'll give it to me for free, is the easiest thing to do and safest. But you know, I feel like I put so much time and effort into my own vac that I want to try to use that also. And of course, I've got the seasons ending here. Summer's virtually over, so I have the fall. I suppose I could vac in the winter as long as it was dry. There's no snow and ice or hadn't rained. And then use my blue bowl initially, and hopefully I will get another fine gold separating device that will work better than the blue bowl, faster, take more material at a time. And so there you go, that's the plans. And so this week I'm going to be trying to hit this hard, because the following week my wife's out of town and I think I'm going to go camping. So you got to take advantage of the warm weather for fun stuff outside too. I just went to Nordhaus Dunes while my wife was out of town this week, near Ludington in Michigan, and enjoyed that trip. And so I'm thinking about going back. So there you go. So until later.